Hello everybody, it's Sunshadow Tarot, and I'm going to do a very long reading on Zendaya, the singer and actress. Just so you know, I'm not a huge fan of anybody I'm doing readings on, so I'm going to leave the interpretations to the super fans who know these celebrities well. So I'm just going to do the reading, very unbiased reading, and we'll go from there. Okay, I pre-shuffled these cards, and let's start with the first one. Is Three of Pentacles. I'm going to do a general reading on her career, and then I'm going to do a love reading. So hang out for that. Next is Strength. Then there is Temperance. Can you see the cards? Here we go. We have the High Priestess, the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Tower, the Queen of Wands, and the Fool. Do you like Zendaya? If you do am I pronouncing her name right? Zendaya. Do you like her music? Do you like her what she's acted in, movies or TV? Put it down in the comments. Teach me about her. Okay, so if I'm looking at her career right now, it looks as though she is coming up against some challenges in her career, some very, very, very important challenges. Because this shows me that she needs to garnish her strength against maybe some legal or some contractual challenges that may be on the way, or may be here that nobody really knows about, kind of behind the scenes. And she's trying to keep a balance, with her celebrity profile, so nobody really knows what's really going on. But it certainly looks like something, if it's not out there right now, there's certainly something really big brewing behind the scenes that's really quite fascinating. It looks like, whatever this was, she had control in the past. But right now, there's some really big decisions that she has to make. Maybe it is a contract to do, say, a movie versus music, or maybe there's two movies that she's being presented with, or TV shows, and that this really is going to cause some trouble for her. So there's we're at least balancing in two cards here. Now, I am a little concerned when I look at this, because this Knight of Swords, because this to me looks like a rash decision is going to be made. That she's going to run into something, say yes to something that may be quite regrettable. So, be on the lookout for that. I would hope not. Like I said, I don't really know that much about the actress, but certainly it looks like something's going to be very impulsive, very impetuous, and that could really cause some trouble. So superfans, I think you should be really aware that something could be brewing that may be quite scandalous or may cause some issues. Now, emotionally, she seems to be very calm. She can control what's going on. But whatever this is that she's getting involved with now seems to be quite risky. And like I said, I would make sure, if you are a fan, that that you keep your eyes out for that. Okay, I'm going to do some oracle cards here. Because I'm really interested in this. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. So, for her career, we have certainty, the phrenology card. So there is some certainty involved. And we have change. Okay, so we have change and certainty. These are both opposites. Let's see what the third card says. Prayers, smoke. That's very interesting. So it looks like we really have some issues. Again, we're fighting between one and the other, and we don't really know what she'll choose. So maybe some meditation and prayers are in order for her to make a good decision. Let's hope she does. That's really quite interesting. All right, and I want to go further into this, if you don't mind, because this is kind of fascinating. I want to find out what this issue is. I'm sure you're interested too as to what possibly this particular issue that is so troubling is. Maybe we can get some clarity on this. It is quite stunning. Okay. So we're going to ask, what is really going on in her career that is going to be so ground shaking? All right, we have the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Eight of Wands. When I look at that, certainly this is an offer. This definitely is an offer, but it does have some negativity about it, and it is going to cause some change. Let's go further. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. Again, offers, change. It could be two strong people here. These look like they could be executives, directors, music producers, people in authority, agents, lawyers, people in authority that may be giving her advice. Now, what kind of advice? Now we have the Six of Pentacles, the World, and the Sun. Okay, so that's fairly good. So if she is getting some advice, it's not that terrible. It is positive, and it will be beneficial to her career. So that is good. Now we look at the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Chariot. All in all, I would say that, again, her public profile seems to be very, very much under control. She seems to have a lot of power. Things aren't moving too quickly. She is getting the accolades she deserves. So I'm still wondering what this is about. The Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So there is something underlying here, some underlying issue. Now, it may be, when I'm looking at this, I am sensing very strongly, very psychically, that there is, she has a lot of good advice, but there is something else here. Someone else, perhaps there is a man who is giving her bad advice or will cause some kind of sorrow. So I really, I don't like to leave this quite like this. I want to take another look at the oracle cards, because something is really striking to me. And I want to just take another look, see if I can find something. You know how you get that feeling? Shooting star, confirmation. Okay, so we're confirming that something is amiss here. Something underlying is amiss. Message. Okay, so perhaps there is a message coming that we still don't understand. And illusion. So something really, there is something just not particularly right under the surface. Everything looks good, everything is being made to look good, but there is an underlying issue. I think maybe in a little while I might like to go back and see what this is about. Or perhaps, as time progresses with her public image, we will find out a little bit more. But right now, you can be aware as a fan that there may be something coming down the pike. Something is already happening behind the scenes that may be kind of career shaking for her. And we'll just have to maybe let a little time pass before we get some more information about that. So don't say you weren't warned. Certainly, and I really feel this psychically as I'm doing it. Like I said, I don't know this actress, singer very well. I have looked at one or two of the things that she's done. She's incredibly talented. So we shall see. Always with these celebrities, there are so many people who are managing their external profile, very carefully managing what comes out about them and what does not. So, like I said, you can see things looking really great, things appearing to be really great, and things might not be actually. Okay, but let's hope the best for her, of course. Okay, now let's look at Zendaya's love reading. Now, from what I gather, she has a current boyfriend, and I'll go from there. Okay, again, the devil. Wow. You saw me shuffle the cards. Here we go. Two of Swords. Again, we're balancing. Wow, this is something hot here. Definitely, there's something hot going on. There's our Knight of Pentacles again. The top. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Empress. I really want to see where this goes. Judgment. There's our Nine of Pentacles again. And now we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. Now we have the Nine of Swords. Five of Wands. Ten of Wands. This is the love reading. This is supposed to be like sensational. But, hey, we've got sensational of another kind here. So it looks like the scandal, the question here, is probably in relationship to a relationship. So I don't know if this is directly between her and her boyfriend, or maybe there is someone from the outside trying to break them up. That looks very, very possible. Yes, she's definitely trying to balance things. This is not going well here. The Knight of Pentacles. So is this someone she's interested in? Aside from the person that she's involved with? Looks like there was some kind of an offer made in the past. So maybe someone from her past approached her. Or maybe there's just another gentleman off behind the curtain that we're not aware of. She's certainly able again to control herself. Here and here, she has very, very good self-control. She has very good centering and ability to project her image in a very, very particular way. So this is a woman who really is definitely a master of her own self. That really isn't the issue. So it's obviously something coming from an external force. It may be actually very slow. This is not this love interest or this love complication, let's put it that way, is coming at a very, very slow, steady pace. It's there. It's not rushing in. In the career reading you saw, there was a rush to judgment, rush to make this decision or whatever. This is something that is very slow, steady, kind of just boiling very, very slow. But it looks like a judgment will need to be made very, very soon. And it is causing some problems. Whatever this is, whatever this devil card represents in her love life, this is definitely causing some serious issues. Again, maybe behind the scenes. Certainly, this is keeping her up at night. This is causing some confrontation, and it is causing a great deal of stress. So something is happening, again, behind closed doors that the fans may not be seeing. All right, I'm going to take a look here at the love cards and see if we can get some clarification on this. And again, it brings up more questions than answers, don't you think? I mean, what do you see? Because you're the super fans. You know all the ins and outs. Now, is there something that you have sensed, or something that you know or have seen? Okay, here we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. flirtation. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so I would certainly think that this is about passion, flirtation, trust. I mean, you've really got something going on here. So somebody, this Knight of Pentacles perhaps, kind of a slow-moving, suave guy, maybe on the sidelines making his move. Maybe she doesn't even realize he's making the move, but it is something is affecting her, and is affecting her deeply on a very primal, sensual level. We have passion, flirtation, and this is a trust issue. So this really is quite something, don't you think? I really want to take one more quick look at this, because like I did with the other reading, I like to go deeper. This Devil card, I like I said, really this card is very powerful, and not as much evil as it is powerful. It really strikes at the heart of a decision, perhaps, or a relationship, or something. It intensifies what is already there, what is already going on. Sorry about that. Here. Whoops. I could not be a dealer at a Vegas casino. My shuffling skills are not perfect. Could you? Are you a good shuffler? All right, I'm going to shuffle one more time just for good measure, twice for good measure, because we really want to know what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to do that again here. Okay, so we're just going to ask for a little bit more clarity on what's going on. We have the Five of Swords. Very interesting. Hermit. Five of Wands again. So she spent some alone time here. Again, this is a confrontation, for sure. Trying to pick up something. Maybe there was an argument. Trying to piece it back together. Trying to, get things together. And she always comes back to herself. So she's always centering back to herself, which is a very, very good thing. To have that kind of self-presence is always very, very good. To understand that maybe, okay, you had an argument, and maybe you just need to close the door and sit down by yourself. So let's go further. Again, this Judgment card is coming. King of Cups. King of Swords. Here he is again. There's definitely some very heavy-handed influences going on here. Again, she is a celebrity. She's a young celebrity. There's a lot of people probably with their hands in her career, trying to give her guidance this way, that way. She could be being pulled apart, trying to make a judgment. Even if it is about a personal relationship, there's always going to be somebody, managers, lawyers, agents, telling her what to do. Should you make this public? Shouldn't you make this public? You should be seen here. You should be seen there. You shouldn't be seen here. You shouldn't be seen there. It can be very, very confusing, and they can be very, very domineering and and pushy. Queen of Cups. Can you see that card? Here we go. Magician. Whenever I see the Magician, it always means that there is skill required. And Four of Cups. This is a card of disillusion. I mean, it's a card where somebody says things, even though things look great, things aren't that great. It makes you think, oh, it's kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side. You're not appreciating what's in front of you. You're thinking about this cup instead of looking at the 3 gold cups in front of you. So definitely there is something going on, a lot of commentary, a lot of influence, and again here, 7 of Cups, this card and this card, the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, they go with each other. This is disillusionment. This is pie in the sky. Oh, I thought it was going to be this way, but it's really not. It's fantasy. It's not being based in reality. So someone's disconnected, really disconnected here. Wheel of Fortune could be anything. Again, it's what I was saying, is that we got up to a point where we had information. We had information that, things are very upset, but we still didn't know. Even when we pushed, we still didn't quite know what's going on. Again, back to these contracts. 3 of Pentacles, contracts, marriages. In her case, it more than likely is a contract. So something is really up in the air here. And here, 7 of Wands. Very defensive, fighting to keep her position, fighting to keep everything in order, even if there's chaos. Even if there's chaos here in Wheel of Fortune, we don't know what people are going to do, what people are going to say, how contracts are going to evolve. Just trying to keep herself, trying to hang on to her money, trying to hang on to her career, trying to hang on to her relationship, and keep things just kind of status quo. And here, looking out, maybe looking back, but looking out onto the world. Very stationary, trying to hold it together, looking out onto the world. So I would say, all in all, if I had to make a conclusion about what's going on in her life, it looks like, from a career standpoint, there seems to be a lot of chaos, and there's a lot of energy and push to make certain decisions. And they may not be decisions that she wants to make. They may not be decisions that are entirely clear, and it may involve a lot of risk. It looks like in her love life, there's also something going on under the surface. There's some kind of flirtation. I wouldn't necessarily jump and say cheating, but there's certainly something going on that is causing a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of friction, a little bit of resistance that is making a difference. It is causing her a little bit of stress right now. So, if you are a fan of Zendaya, please give me your comments. Tell me what you think and what you've seen, because I'm sure, like I said, you watch her every day. You know what's going on in her life, and you may have seen little bits and pieces of these things showing up. It looks like, again, this is the iceberg. That's what we're seeing here. We're seeing iceberg. With an iceberg, it's like 1/8 is showing, but 7/8 of it underwater, and you really don't know. So something is definitely evolving in her career and in her love life. And I think time will shortly tell us what this is. Again, I wish the best for her. Of course, super talented, deserves everything deserves everything that she has worked for. Okay, all right, so Zendaya fans, I want to thank you for joining me in this reading. If you, I'd like to hear your comments. Like, comment, subscribe, of course, and please share with other Zendaya fans if you found this interesting. And I will have more celebrity readings soon. I hope you enjoy your day. Have a fantastic day.